Be comfortable with your posture and relax your body and keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line. And gently close your eyes and then focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in this ongoing meditation session, we mainly try to help you to give informations to develop yourself very good foundation for tranquility meditation and insight meditation. So, tranquility meditation we name in another way, it's called Samatha Bhavana and Chitta Bhavana, and also another way it called one-pointed meditation. So when it comes to Vipassana, we call it Vipassana mental culture or insight meditation or Panya Bhavana, or another way we name it as analytical meditation. So the meditation itself, the very connotation of the meditation, when it comes to meditation, we try to explain the Pali word called the bhavana. So the bhavana itself very meaning is cultivation of your mind, development of your mind. You become matured with the mind, not with the ideas that you put into mind from outside world, but by developing the mind itself. So there are two ways. One is tranquility meditation, samatha mental culture, or another one, vipassana mental culture. In samatha mental culture, we're trying to develop very good foundation to tranquilize our mind, calm down our mind, and keep our mind in one place. That's why it's called one-pointed meditation. So why we need a place to settle down? Because our mind always follow objects, mental objects, names or forms. That is the very nature of the conventional mind. So always mostly related to past or the future, mind is always jumping here and there. But when it comes to tranquility meditation, listen very carefully and understand yourself clearly. In the beginning, we get a primary mental object. So once you have a primary mental object, you can take anything as a primary mental object, as your body, your feelings, or you can even take the loving kindness as a primary mental object, or even you can look at the sky, look at the earth, or even you can make an object. You just keep focus to one thing again and again and again and again. But here, as our main master meditation technique, we take the contemplating the inhalation exhalation as our primary mental object, observing your own inhalation exhalation. It is very famous name, Anapanasati Bhavana. So in front of your nose and your upper lip area, you focus and allow your inhalation exhalation to happen itself. That is very careful. So you're not trying to breathe in or breathe out. You don't try to interfere with the inhalation exhalation. You don't not going to make any comments, or you're not going to have any kind of conversation regarding inhalation exhalation yourself. You just simply observe and allow naturally, organically happen your inhalation exhalation. So when once it naturally happen, that process you observe and recognize, this is inhalation, this is exhalation. So when it comes to that recognition, not, I will give some negations, not by visualizing, not by thinking about it, not by dreaming or guessing, or not by just make anything happen, just but through the sensation of the inhalation exhalation. You have to recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. So your purpose should be to recognize the sensation. When it comes to recognize the sensation, it is very important the way you maintain or hold your upper body. So that's why keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and always remember that in the beginning you can do a little experiment, moving your upper body a little bit back and forth, or your head little bit up and down, and find the right posture and right place, right sensation. And once you have the sensation, keep observe, keep track that sensation. So when the inhalation happens, recognize this is inhalation. When the exhalation happens, recognize this is exhalation. So that is where we begin. So even before we start that point, there are some things mentally you have to get ready and prepare yourself. So one thing is, you get out of all the busy mind lifestyle from your head, because it's always in your head like a roller coaster. All day that whatever you keep doing, now you at home. So when you close your eyes, you still, your mind is still hold that your home inside you. But remember, when you sit for meditation, let go it. It's kind of like you leave this everything and go to a forest. Just imagine yourself. Don't sit with all the responsibilities. Sit with the total freedom from everything. There's nothing going to lose. Even if something going to lose, you cannot do anything. It's going to go away. We cannot stop. But remember yourself. Develop it as a mental attitude to yourself. When you sit for meditation, you sit with very clear, empty mind, free mind. You don't sit with the responsibilities. You sit with the freedom. Because if you cannot sit with the freedom, how are you going to go to the mind? Because you are physically also become kind of like a responsible or the prisoner to something. So that's why, remember, sit with the freedom. Another thing is, get out of this self-centered, egocentric mind. I am husband in this family. I am the wife in this family. I am the child. I am brother, sister. So don't sit with that responsibility at home. Become kind of like a nobody. Even though still you are a somebody. When you sit for meditation, you are nobody. You don't sit with your name or your identity. So simply, it make you more relaxed and comfortable. Why? Because this all we carry in our head 24/7. No one responsible for that. We are the only one responsible for. So that is important in day-to-day life when you sit for meditation. That sitting make more comfortable for you. That is what called sitting for meditation. It is just not crossing your legs and closing your eyes. If you carry and hold everything in your head and close your eyes, what the point? So remember that those are very important. So these little tools that you have to use while you practice. And then you come to the sensation and follow. In the beginning, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Separately observe, recognize. And then follow, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Follow the entire continuation. And while you observing that way, sometimes you see some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, so like that. It happened naturally. Don't make anything happen. Just observe and see. If not happen anything, just it's okay. Just see, recognize inhalation, exhalation. So once the mind settle down little by little, you may see sometimes thoughts arise and disturb you. Don't go with it. Just keep focused to the sensation. And once the mind settle down, body, mind, breathing start to work as one. So that is the very nature of the tranquility state. Your body, your breathing, your mind synchronize, harmonize, become one. So from there, we go to Vipassana meditation. So Vipassana meditation, another way called Panya Bhavana or analytical meditation. So insight meditation. So you recognize deeper inside you. So now we come so far with the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. So then drop all the details that you keep looking. This is inhalation, this is exhalation, beginning, middle, end, long, short, heavy, soft. Drop that all the details. Just see the sensation, only the sensation. Follow that sensation. So in the beginning, we go with the names. This is inhalation, exhalation. So that all, that is the body, that's the form. So in the Vipassana level, there are 4 foundations, 4 meditation techniques. Kayanupassana, contemplating the body. Vedananupassana, contemplating the feelings. Chittanupassana, contemplating the thoughts. Dhammanupassana, contemplating the nature or the phenomena. So these 4 meditation techniques, observing deeply within yourself, that is what the Vipassana. And when you observe that, you're going to see form, feeling, sensation, formations, recognition. That means 5 aggregates. And when you see that 5 aggregates, you will experience this all 5 aggregates: form, feeling, sensation, formations, recognitions, arise, exist for a moment, and disappear, change. And according to the change, that all the impermanent you can experience. Another thing is unsatisfactory nature. There is no moment deeper in you to be settled down, to find a rest. It's always happening. Another thing is selfless. In this process, there is no somebody doing this. This is happening according to necessary conditions. So that all you are going to experience through these 4 foundations. So how we go to the Vipassana level? So in the beginning, now we very familiar with the sensation here. So you keep observe, now you drop all the names and related to inhalation, exhalation, you just come to the sensation. Observe the sensation. Keep observe. Only the sensation. While you observe, you may experience. Your entire body, it's kind of like feelings. You feel this whole body sometimes. Maybe not the whole body, some places. You can recognize the feelings. Or even maybe this place become more strong and sharp and clear. Just the sensation or the feelings. And you slowly detach from this physical structure, this physical image that you carry within yourself regarding your own body disappear. Once you become very clear with the feelings, that is very important. Otherwise, maybe you feel this heavy, tough, physical body. It's called Karajakaya. It's a rough physical structure. You can touch it, you can move it, you can roll it, so you can bend it, so like that. But when you come to the sensation, if you catch the one sensation in that very place, if you hold, focus 100% to the sensation, what happened? Naturally, you get out of this physical body. So even though you have a physical body, that physical body maintain looking for feelings. Just imagine yourself, when there's no feelings, there's no body. So now you get into the feelings, and that's why the body start to disappear. It will start to go to the four elements: heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. And then from there, you keep focus to the feeling anywhere in your body or maybe in this place. You keep observe, make very clear and sharp with the sensation. And then you will see. And slowly, when you become very sharp with the feelings, you see thoughts. Thoughts arise. Because we think this body have the feelings. But your body doesn't have any feelings. Behind the body, there is mind deeper inside. So the mind is get the feelings. But the thing, we don't see mind because we mostly stuck with the body and the feelings. That's why we don't see the mind. But now you see the feelings and you drop the body. And when you go deeper with the feelings, when you keep observe, when you become sharp, what will happen? The feelings disappear. You start to see how the thought arise. So see, Kaya Anupassana, now you see the body. Vedananupassana, you saw the feelings. Chittanupassana, now you see the mind. And that mind also, and always arising, existing and disappearing and becoming something else. Thought arise, thought disappear. It is not somebody doing that. We say, I think, but you're not thinking. There is no one to think like that. The thought arise. If you think, sometimes that if you so strongly believe, oh, I think, then how you forget sometimes very simple things, where you put your keys, maybe your wallet, maybe your phone. How you go crazy when you forget some name? Why if you think, why it forget? So like that, we not think, it is a process. So you start to see it, how the thought arise. And then you see the feelings not the life, the body is not the life, mind is the player. Now you recognize. So you're not going to respond to it, you're observing it. And while you're observing the mind, what will happen? You see the thought arise and it also go away. So the thought arise according to necessary conditions, or the phenomena, or dharmata, or the nature. So once you recognize that, and you're not going to hold it to that thoughts. Why? Because you know that thoughts arise with the reasons, and when the reasons disappear, thought disappear. And always within this whole experience, impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within the body, within the feelings, within the thoughts, and within all the phenomena. So observing and recognizing that is the vipassana. So once you come to that, as a byproduct of this, the body feeling, mind, we experience form, feeling, sensation, formation, recognition. Another way, we call 5 aggregates. Moment by moment, your life mean you maintaining these 5 aggregates. And then now you're going to see very clearly these 5 aggregates, how happening within your self experience. So once you're able to recognize that within yourself, how the form, feeling, sensation, formations arising and changing, arising, changing, arising, changing, you're not going to clinging to or hold into your own feelings. Just imagine, can you have a moment, very single moment, live yourself? We can stay away from outside world, but can you stay away without responding to or holding to, without having any desire to your own thoughts? That's it. That is where you have to get. Once you come to that level, you're done. So this is the process. But to get into that, just by closing your eyes, thinking, dreaming, doesn't work. Deeply you have to practice and experience it. So that is where in the beginning we develop the tranquility state, and from there we go to vipassana level, step by step, little by little. So let's practice a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Bring your attention to your body. Even you heard many details, forget about that. Just keep relax and bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes. And scan yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation, and then later observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within any experience come to you. Bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation. Focus your mind to the sensation and allow your inhalation, exhalation happens naturally. Do nothing extra. Just recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation, knowingly this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Also, you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. Keep focus your mind to the sensation and see how the sensation arise, existing and disappearing moment by moment. And also observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within any experience come to you. Don't react to anything, just observe. Bring my attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, the stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light and expand the capacity to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe Be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, when it comes to Buddha's teaching, it's mainly try to give a clear understanding regarding your own life, not about the universe, not about the world, not about the seasons, not about the weather, or not about this outside machines or technology or nuclear or quantum physics like that. It's really giving a clear understanding about who you are. Why? Because end of the day, that is the most important thing. End of the day, when you close your eyes, if you don't have any peace in your heart, what is the point that even though you know all these scientific theories and many other things as worldly informations, but if you know who you are and what is happening inside you, even in the outside world, it's a chaos. It's kind of like even if you are in the middle of the hell, still it giving you clarity or the peaceful mind, calmness to yourself. So developing that calmness is very important in the beginning. Just imagine ourselves as a husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters. Sometimes the very first thing that what we lose our cool or our calmness when a situation comes. Even though we are in 21st century, in the end of this 2020, and we just imagine, we just say we are the people who have all the experience and we are in the top of the knowledge and we are in the peak of this science and technology, so like that. But still, when a little situation comes, even in day-to-day life, and sometimes very simple things, for a 1 minute, not for 1 hour, 2 hour, or many days. No, even for a 1 minute. Just you want to find your car key. So it is, it is in your pocket, in your bag. So then what happens? You put the hand and start to look a little bit. It is there. It's 1 minute. You few seconds go, then you become nervous. You get kind of like a different person within this 1 minute. Or even little thing at home in day-to-day life. And sometimes you know the behavior of the other person. So knowingly yourself, but still when a situation comes, you get mad, disappointed because of that behavior. What the reason? If you know the other person's behavior, as example, it's like this: when there is a person, when it's always late, or always if you call, not going to answer. If even at home, from this room to that room, if you say come, not going to come. And maybe say I'm coming, that's it. But the person not going to come. So you used to live with that kind of nature for 10, 20 years now, you know that. So then you say, please come here. Then another person say, please, I am coming. Now what happening? Now again, you waiting after few seconds. Now, even you know this person not going to come. Now 20 years you heard that person not going to come, just saying, I'm coming. But still, knowingly that, when the second time you say, please come, then the person not going to come. And the third time, you get mad. You get disappointed. You lose your cool. You lose your calmness. So don't blame to anybody. Because the mistake is within you. Why? Because you know the nature of the person, but you don't use your own inner wisdom to you. See, that even in, I just gave this conventional example. It's every day happening, it's like that. So you get disappointed every day with many, many other things. The same thing, if you look very carefully, then you will see regarding your own self, when you have disappointment, unhappiness, there is a pattern. There is a method. This is kind of like it's inbuilt system inside you. So you have to fix that. When you have to fix, you have to get a radical decision to fix yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to fix that. Just now, from now, I'm not going to do it. That's it. If you think, okay, next week, next month, okay, next year, this very soon, within few days, 2021st. So you're going to, no, you're not going to do that. Like everybody, 31st night may be writing and determining, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to not going to do this. So like that. But this is also same. You also same. No, but just remember, start to do something from now in this very moment. If you are not develop this radical change, you're not going to do that. Why? Because this behavior, this pattern is so strong. It's coming through eons by eons through this timeline. In the samsaric journey, in these human civilizations, you keep passing it, and day by day you nourish that through many other ways. You didn't see it. So that's why it is a time for you, whenever you see something regarding yourself, not about others. Don't touch others. Don't try to advise others. Just regarding your own life. Look, when you see something, right away, fix it. Keep it as an attitude yourself. That's going to help for you. We have the Tripitaka, we have the Dharma, we have this, all the things. We have the big temples, we have the beautiful Buddha statue, we have that everything. But remember, out of this anything, as a person, you and me cannot change inside our own heart, this everything useless. That is the bottom line. It doesn't matter how long we live, or who we are, or maybe inside our head we carry different mental image. Forget about it. It doesn't work. But even we don't have this anything. Even just imagine you just become a homeless person. But still, if you have the clear understanding regarding yourself, and when something happens within inside deeper in your heart, and you fix it there, you keep your calmness, you're cool there. That is the important thing. So through the tranquility meditation, we try to get into that point. So it is not easy. Why we have to practice this? Because in the beginning of this, in the beginning of life, people didn't want to practice this. See, even today, how many things, like as ordinary people, how many things we practice. Then sometimes people say, oh, why, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just have myself. I just become mindful with whatever I do. I don't need to practice meditation. You cannot do this. You cannot maintain your calmness or tranquility state like that in this kind of environment. Why? Because as human beings, little by little, because of these machines and technology and the lifestyle that we develop, we losing our inner abilities. Why? Because we come to a point to worship the artificial intelligence. And while you worshiping, hugging, holding, grasping this artificial intelligence, you're losing your natural wisdom, natural intelligence. People don't care about it. It's the same like the medicine. Nowadays, people, this natural herbal medicine, people don't care about it. But when it comes to the scientific research and through the machines in a bottle, oh, everybody like it. So that is where we are. The same thing within us. So then just thinking, oh, I'm going to be calm, it's not going to work. Why? Because from natural process, from the nature, we are so little by disconnecting. That's why if you go to Amazon and the book and look how many books there are to giving advice for the mothers to how to take care of babies, even the kind of like a first baby. Just imagine, that's a very simple nature. Look at all this, the animal behavior in the world, seen, unseen, this all the animals. They have a very natural, pure connection, especially with the mother and the babies. Because you don't need any kind of wisdom from outside. You don't need any advice from outside. That is the connection. But today, even we lose that also. Even parents doesn't know how to take care of a newly born child. They don't know how to hold even. So there are books now saying you have to do this way, you have to do this way, you have to do that. So the thing is this, it is okay to learn, but the thing is, when you develop, listen this very carefully, because it's nothing to do with the knowledge. But the thing is that when you develop a method to always get something from outside, you become very comfortable with getting information from outside. In that very comfort, you lose your natural wisdom. Remember that very carefully. It is okay to get anything. When you develop a method or the pattern to get the information from outside and become comfortable with the whatever the situation or the environment or whatever the process that you have to maintain, it is okay. But the thing is, in that very moment of that comfort, in the middle of that comfort, you losing your inner wisdom. So the Buddha's teaching try to take you to that epicenter of the wisdom where it is being just yourself. Come to yourself and observe. And that observation giving you a recognition, who I am, what is happening within yourself. Why? Because this everything come out of your mind. So let's reverse the pattern a little bit and go back. When you die, the very last thought, chuti chitta, the last thought, only one thought you can hold. So the good or bad, it doesn't matter. So if in case if you hold a good thought, then your next thought going to become the pratisandhi, the very beginning first thought of the very fresh life, new life, that thought going to become good. So there is no way when you die with the unhappy thought, there is no way you going to come with the happy thought. If you die with the unhappy thought, you're going to come with the unhappy thought. If you die, and you cannot have many thoughts, you can have only one thought. One single thought, that's it. So if you die with the pleasant mind, then you come with the pleasant mind. In the beginning, there is no way to change it. So that is the process. So then just a thought. See, one thought going to find the place to start your life. In that very start point, according to the behavior of that thought, your last thought, and you finding the place, not only that, it giving you eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. In the mother's womb, within the very first 3 months, already it's developed. See the power of one thought. So in case if that thought had some kind of unpleasant background or something, you're going to come with that. So somehow you come to this and then you start. So then what happening? You develop a body. So the thought start to develop the body. And now once you come to this world, you start to maintain your life with eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, and through the perception and developing all the information inside you. So then this body representing that one thought, it develop, multiply inside you. So the mind has power to hold names and forms. Mind has power to hold names and forms. So once the names and forms disappear, there is no way the mind can hold. So the names mainly stronger, and the forms, all forms related to 4 elements: heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. And there are other 4 things. Varna, Gandha, Rasa. The Varna means the colors, Gandha smell, Rasa taste, Oja means the energy. So then when it comes to that, mainly 8 components. So those are the building blocks of all this material world. But that material world, even this body, came out of that all the 8 elements: heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness, and the taste, smell, color, and energy. So that all developed. So this the body, also 4 elements. But that one thought of the mind, so that's mean a name. So you are happy, unhappy, like, dislike, everything you hold by the name. So that one name has had power to accumulate this all the 8 elements. And now the mind develop this all the elements, and then depending on the all this mainly 4 element: heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. That's outside world, everything heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. And the inside this body means heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. So when it comes to the mind always depending from it, and mind try to get the energy through these 4 elements. So again and again, it keep repeating. So the thoughts only have the name, and the forms developed by the 4 elements. So now we dealing with the world, mean we dealing with the 4 elements. But behind this all, mind hold by names, just as ideas. So the form, and by the names, what the mind does, it develop, it called formation, developing, always formatting, formatting, formatting. Take the form, convert to name, develop it. Take the form, convert to name, and develop it. That is what the mind does. But the thing is, without the form, it cannot develop. So what is the form means? Four elements. So when it comes to your body and this everything, the four elements. Your life mean mostly you responding means we go with these four elements. But the thing is, we don't see the mind behind this all. We just see the world as these material things. But through the vipassana, what we trying to get into the bottom line, that's mean the mind. Because if you look very carefully, we think, oh, the greed, hatred, and the delusion, oh, he like this, she like this, like that way. We name people or the things, and we try to introduce the greed or the recognize the greed through the things, through the people. But we don't see the mind behind it. So as example, somebody say, oh, I like this, I like this. It's something material. And then another person, maybe one of my friend, okay, tell, oh, keep it protect, keep it safe because he like it. Or give it to him because he like it. So me or another person, we both not going to see the mind behind this. We struggling with this material thing. But material world helpless. Even this body helpless. Your body helpless. That's why it keep going, keep going. That's why this all the pain, suffering, everything happening, unhappy, everything you have to go through, this body has to go through. Why? Because you think life is physical. But when you go deeper and observe, the life is depend on mind. All the karma is depend on mind. So the thoughts create actions. Without the thoughts, you cannot make action. So the thought means mind. Thought create action, and action create reaction. Action, reaction, result, the method of the karma. See, even it be related to the mind. All the material world, one thought and come to mother's womb as vijnana, and then settle down there, start to accumulate everything around it and build up this body and build up these four elements, and then that also come out of the mind. That is what you have to recognize. Not this outside these things. Behind this everything, how your mind behave. Then you have to look yourself, and somebody put a name on it, and then the hairstyle, the cloth, and the lifestyle, the patterns, habits, we get it. Now we think we are like that. But we even ourselves don't see our own mind. Why? Because we get lost in our shape, in our hairstyle, in our makeups, in our feelings, in our habitual patterns. We lost. So when we introduce ourselves, we never introduce by our mind. Why? Because we don't see it. If you don't see it, how are you going to introduce from that? So then remember, recognizing life means getting to that bottom and seeing your own mind. That is where the vipassana practice is going to help. And that is what the Buddha tried to help you. So once you come to the deeper level of understanding of the mind, you will see some very beautiful secret. It is the key. That is called Chanda Raga. Chanda means the, the desire. Raga is the glue. It's kind of like a holding, grasping nature. So the desire to grasp. So mostly when people when they hear this Chanda Raga or the desire, they think this holding outside things, material things, or holding the money, holding the car, holding the house, holding the husband, wife, children, so holding the love, sensual pleasures. We think, we try to materialize this. Chanda Raga means you hold it to your own mind. You love your own mind. You greedy for your own mind. You grasping your own mind. You cannot hold this world. You cannot hold anybody in this world. You cannot get into this any four elements. It's going to go away. Sabbam pahaya gamana. Everything you have to let go. Not any single. Everything you have to let go. Look at your life. You will say, whatever you claim as you have to let go everything. But you hold it to your mind. So the Chandaraga means, the desire means, the greediness means, you greedy to your own mind. Try to see that. Don't try to struggle with the world. Don't try to struggle with the material. Don't try to fight with the people. Get into, look into your own mind and see. It brings you the peace. It brings you the calmness. It brings you the tranquility state. It brings you the victory to yourself as a person. See your own mind. It is behind this body. It is behind your feelings. See the mind. Little by little, have idea. When you go to sleep, when you eating, when there is a desire come to do something, you have to do it. It is okay, because we have to go with that current for a while. But still see, while you're doing that, start to look your own mind. You're going to see it. So it is something. It is there. And once you're able to see that mind, you see how it moment by moment, changing, but it's like a volcano. Keep the heat, but it's changing. Keep the heat, it's changing. It's same like the volcano. It is not you. It is the very nature of this world. We are just a part of it. We are just a bubble from that volcano. So then remember yourself, get out of that fire. Don't keep burning, or don't provide the necessary energy to burn it again and again and again and again. You can see it, you can find it, and slowly, little by little, observe yourself and simply remember, keep your cool, keep your calmness, keep your tranquility state for you. And then you're going to see your mind. When the day comes for you to see your mind, your transformation happen, your liberation going to happen. But dear Dhamma friends, it doesn't matter how old we are, how far we go, what we does in life, who we are, where we coming from. If we cannot see our own mind, we're not going to get anything out of this human life. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. during this time period. May everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammihi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idammi punya kammang asavakkayavang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.